Here are the young men, a weight on their shoulders. Here are the young men. Well, where have they been? We knocked on the doors of hell's darker chambers. Pushed to the limits, we dragged ourselves in, and watched from the wings as the scenes were replayed. We saw ourselves now as we never had seen. Portrayal of the traumas and degeneration. The sorrows we suffered and never were freed. Where have they been? Weary inside, now our hearts lost forever. Can't replace the fear or the thrill of the chase. These rituals showed up the door, for our wanderings opened and shut and slammed in our face. Where have they been? A year ago, a cold October night, a broken down car on a dirt road, a man, a girl, madness, pain, and the shadows. My God. The shadows. And he screams and pounds his head against the wall until wailing phantom fire trucks paces across his vision. Pain. Pain is all he wants, and hate. Yes, hate. We shall never forget, and never forgive, and never ever fear. Fear is for the enemy. Fear and bullets. I'm just reading a book. Ordinary Nocturne. One breath tears operatic rents in these partitions, destroys the pivots and eroded roofs, dispels the limits of the hearth, make casements disappear. Along the vine I came, using a gargoyle as a footrest, and into the carriage which shows its age, in convex window panes and rounded panels, in tortuous upholstery, hearse of my lonely sleep. Shepherd's cart of my stupidity, the vehicle spins on the grass of an overgrown highway, in a blemish high on the right window. Revolve pale lunar fictions, breasts and leaves, a very dark green and a very dark blue blot out on the image. We unhitched and unharnessed beside a patch of gravel. Here we were wolves for storms, for Sodom and Solomons, for the wild beasts' armies. Postilion and dreams horses will ride on through more dense and suffocating groves to sink me to my eyelids in the silken spring, and drive ourselves off, whipped through splashing water, and spill drinks to rue the barking of bulldogs. One breath dispels the limits of the hearth. Does anyone ever read The Crow these days? Does anyone read The Crow? Or does it watch the movies? Who knows awful sequels? I really don't know. The tides of sin draw tighter and brighter. The hours become heavier and weighted, and the shadows smile, dark and wild. This is when hope and desire collapse. The arc of dreams descends into despair when innocent lovers dance, like angels on fire. This is when the night comes down, a hammer on an anvil, and the only absolution accepted is a legacy of brutality. A single note rings on and on and on. Here dwells a snake 1,000 miles long, coiled 1,000 miles deep. Eyes like candy, it has eyes like candy, hard and blue but soft as kittens' feet. Out of the sight, or in the element of light, it could be a devil, it could be an angel, with spiders inside. A vision from hell, its spine is vertical scream, slow as concrete, blurred as a dream. It spins round and round on an axis of atrocity, fueled by an inertia, depth, radius, and velocity. Its soul a twisted wreckage of despair and pain, and the spiders inside are just praying for rain, killing time and praying for rain, 1,000 miles deep. The rabbits play no more, the little birds are weary, the buttercups are folded up. Good night, my dearie. The children in the country, the children in the city, go to their beds with nodding heads. Good night, my pretty. Tonight the moon dreams with more idleness, like a beautiful woman who on her cushion rests, and with her delicate hand loves to caress, before she sleeps, the contour of her breasts. Dreaming of love, she finds in love decisions. A sense of dying, very ardently she swoons, and with closed eyes sees pass before her visions of suns that are burning and of the swooning moons. But sometimes she lets fall upon her bosom her fragment scent that odorous seems to blossom. A certain poet, sleeping because of his art, excites him, finds that her scent excites his passion. Fragments of opals flash after their fashion. He hurls against the sun and cries of his heart. Against a fall of snow, a being beautiful and tall, whistling of death in circles of faint music, make this adored body swelling and trembling like a spectre rise. Black and scarlet gashes burst in the gleaming flesh. The true colors of life grows dark, shimmering separate in the scaffolding around the vision. Shivering mutters and dries as the furious taste of these effects is changed, with deadly whistlings and rushes music. That the world far between us hurls up our mothers of beauty. She retreats us, she rises up. O ashen white face, O tousled hair, O crystal arms, on this cannon I mean to destroy myself, in the swirling of trees and soft air.